6 of us came in on that election of April 13th. I called ourselves at that time the Freshman Six. The vote is the first Tuesday in April.
About a week later, you get sworn in.
The third Wednesday in April is a Utilities Board meeting.
The very next day, you have your first Utilities Board meeting.
Within 27 hours of you taking the seat, you're sitting down and having to actually cast your first votes on something.
Everybody says it's drinking from a fire hose, and that's putting it mildly.
And it is like walking the gauntlet. You're like, oh my goodness gracious.
Well, when we walked in, their projects were already underway. One was the Southern Delivery System.
I feel like I get a lot of credit for being here when we flipped the switch, but it was the previous boards who did the hard work to get us to where we are there today.
And I applaud CSU for connecting it to the entire water system. Because a lot of people were thinking we were doing Southern Delivery System only for Banning Lewis Ranch.
Southern Delivery System is huge. It not only allows us to have water for our citizens, but it's going to allow us to bring on a lot of those unincorporated areas of our county that are going to run out of surface water. I am glad that Colorado Springs Utilities will be here to provide water service because of the visionary efforts of boards that came before me.
So as a chairman, when we commissioned Southern Delivery System, it was 2 weeks later that the PFAS issue blew up. The fact that we were there, that we were able to rise to that challenge, that was a high point. That's one of the issues that I'm really happy we did.
In line with Southern Delivery System, the board really didn't do this, but I am really proud that we were here when we decided to name our next reservoir the Gary Bostrom Reservoir. Gary was a good friend to a lot of us, and so that's a really good thing that we did.
You're putting a lot of work into it and a lot of heart and soul, and you're coming back out and you got 9 different people on there with 9 different viewpoints, and sitting down and working out something at the end. That was probably one of the hardest things.
The hardest part for me was going out and getting 4 other votes. I'm thinking, here's the logic. And, politics and logic don't always apply. So.
Those first couple of years where you're really trying to learn and get up to speed on everything utilities, and it is so much information.
Getting to know the folks that are out there doing the job, that's the fun part.
The employees, especially the general managers, which you spend the most time with, and our CEO, those relationships will be for a lifetime.
I made some tremendous friendships. Everybody on the staff that I worked with was awesome.
The decision that the Utilities Board made back on June 26th is the largest decision that I think we've made. That decision never would have been made if this board had not hired its current CEO, Ron Benjamin. His visionary, innovative leadership and courage have really been what's driven that decision that has allowed us to move forward with the closing of Drake Power Plant. Right in the middle of doing great things, you're unceremoniously kicked out the door. I have gone along on a really great ride, and I have enjoyed it, and I am very grateful to have been here during these 8 years.
It's an experience. I'm one of the best times of my life was serving on the board, serving as chairman of the board. So that was an experience. That was a high point and one I will always cherish.
I'm very happy with the things I was able to get done. It's not been 8 years of my life wasted, and I don't feel that way at all. I'm hoping I made a difference.